Welcome back. So, the panic in the news over murder hornets in America has already started to take its toll on native bee populations. Deadly insects from Asia were first spotted a couple weeks ago in Washington state. The deadly hornets, or murder hornets as the media has dreamt them up to be, are measuring about 2 inches in length and can wipe out a bee colony within hours, especially the Native American bees and bees that are colonized mainly for honey here in the United States. The hornets can kill up to 50 people a year in Japan. Now, in Japan, the native population of bees has a natural defense to taking care of the hornets. Whenever a hornet gets near their hive, they jump on it and they flutter their wings, which overheats the hornet, and the hornet dies. And that happens very rarely because the hornets have learned if we get anywhere near a hive, they will, they will kill us. The insects from Asia again were first spotted in Washington State in the United States, for the first time ever. Millions of incidents of native insects are going to die as a result of this. Dr. Doug Yingley, a professor of entomology at the University of California, Riverside, told the Los Angeles Times. Folks in China, Korea, and Japan have lived side by side with these hornets for hundreds of years. It is not the cause of collapse of human society there. My colleagues in Japan, China, and Korea are just rolling their eyes in disbelief at what kind of snowflakes we are. Following the initial hornet sightings on May 2nd in Washington state by the Department of Agriculture, stressing that so far the hornets have been sighted only within that state. There are no significant signs that the Asian giant hornet is anywhere else in the United States, or that there is even a large population of the hornets in Washington state. There are no known signs of the giant hornets anywhere else in the continental United States, including Hawaii or Alaska or in Canada. They most likely came over as larvae and a shipment and were smuggled into the United States on cargo. Dr. Doug Yenley, professor of entomology at the University of California, Riverside, went on to stress, please do not trap for Asian giant hornets if you live outside of Washington state, and went on to say that the giant hornet that were found, none have been found anywhere within a 30-mile area of where the initial report and sightings of the giant hornet were at. As a beekeeper, let me tell you firsthand the kind of stupid and over exaggerated media claims about the giant hornet, the murder hornet, have been put out there in the media, and what people will do to try to get rid of them. First off, native hornets in America are not dangerous to anybody. The giant murder hornet in Japan, Korea, and in the southern rim, like they said, kills up to maybe 50 people a year in a population of billions. 50 people die from them. And most of those people who die from attacks from the murder hornet are out there in the environment actively trying to rid the hornet from the population. Very few people have ever been attacked by the murder hornet or will ever have the, unfortunate circumstances to come across one. They don't like urban areas. They don't like, anything that has to do with heat signals that are coming from the earth and like concrete, blacktop. They don't like it. They don't like it at all. Neither do regular hornets, wasps, yellow jackets, whatever you want to, the other ones that are out there. As a beekeeper, what I worry about is the overuse of pesticides. And that counts for the simple ones that you're using in your yard right now to kill weeds, dandelions, and crabgrass, whatever you may be using. When you're spraying Roundup on those plants to kill them, you're endangering the native bee population. That's what I worry about. Should you be worried about the murder hornet? No. You shouldn't worry about the murder hornet any more than you should be worried about the fact that there are most likely venomous, deadly spiders living in your home right now. The black widow spider causes more deaths worldwide than the murder hornet ever will. And we live with that, with the black widow spider, every day. It's everywhere. The brown recluse is another spider. It's been here in America forever. Murder hornets. Should you be worried? Should you give it even a second thought? No. No, you shouldn't. The area where the murder hornet was first spotted, near the Puget Sound, here in Washington State, where I reside, was the only instance where they have found the murder hornet anywhere in the United States. There hasn't been a case in Los Angeles or anywhere else on the coast of in the West. No cases in New York, Florida, anywhere else. Does that mean that there are no populations of them here in Washington State? Well, you can bet your last dollar that we are going to do everything we can to make sure that the murder hornet does not come to the United States and does not pull up ground and live here, make a home here. It would be devastating to all agriculture out there and to beekeepers like myself. Yes, I have beehives. I have quite a few of them, actually, and I'm nowhere near a large beekeeper, but I do have them. And I do make quite a bit of money from the sale of honey and wax and everything else. And it would be devastating because, as the article said, that in just an hour, 1 hour, one killer hornet, wasp, and whatever the hell they want to dream up the new name for it tomorrow in the media, just 1 hour, it can kill all the bees in a hive. It bites their heads off, decapitates the bees. Native bees in America have no defense against them like their counterparts in the southern rim of the world. The bees there have learned a self-defense mechanism where they jump on top of the hornet and they flutter their wings and they heat the hornet up and they kill it. That's what the bees do to the hornet. American bees? No. Russian, Italian, Caucasian bees, they don't have anything, and we can't teach them, to do it either. It's something that we would have to actually breed into their stock from, if we bred them into with the Asian bees, and then we would never have the pollination and the honey production as we do here in America. Bees here, for the most part, in America, are bred just to produce honey. That's the facts. We don't breed them to be angry. We don't breed them to be aggressive. We breed aggressiveness out of the hives on purpose. So, should you be worried? No. Again, you should not be worried. Thank you again, and have a good day.